From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie. This local and regional news update is brought to you by Northway Bank. Want a Northway Bank teller to keep in your pocket? There's an app for that. Now available for iPhone and Android. Download yours today. Northway Bank with 17 locations throughout New Hampshire. The people you know, the bank you trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Got a man who had rolled his pickup. Conway firefighter believes the man's injuries were non-life-threatening. New Hampshire State Police say it had been nearly a month since the previous significant snowfall, and the roads around the state were greasy. A spokesman says troopers responded to nearly 70 crashes around the state, many of them south of Concord on I-93, and more than 60 vehicles that had run off the road. Drivers were urged to slow down, move over for emergency vehicles, and increase reaction time by leaving more space between them and other vehicles. A judge has granted a request to remove Citgo from a New Hampshire lawsuit accusing the oil company and another oil giant of failing to warn state officials about the gasoline additive MTBE. The state's lawsuit against ExxonMobil and Citgo went to trial Monday, but yesterday a judge granted a motion from the state and Citgo to remove the company from the case, provided the two sides reach an agreement by February 15th. The state argues gasoline containing MTBE was a defective product, and states should have been warned about its ability to contaminate wells. The oil companies say the product wasn't defective, and the state is inflating its contamination estimates. The case, filed in 2003, is the first brought by a state over MTBE contamination to reach trial. In May news, a Vietnam veteran from Maine is getting a long overdue honor. U.S. Senator Susan Collins will present the Purple Heart to Stephen Andrews of Harrison today. Collins says Andrews was wounded in battle in Vietnam in 1967, but never got the medal he earned and deserves. After being contacted by Andrews' family, Collins, a Maine Republican, worked to secure the medal for the 66-year-old veteran. Maine National Guard Chief of Staff Colonel John Jansen and representatives from the VFW and auxiliary will join Collins in the ceremony today. In sports, Albany, New York beat New Hampshire 68-62 last night in America East Conference play. Holy Cross cruised to a 62-47 win over Navy last night. Northeastern remained perfect in Colonial Athletic Association play with a 65-60 win over Hofstra last night. Miami extended its best conference start ever by beating pesky BC 60-59. And the New England Revs have obtained the number one overall pick in the MLS Super Draft from Toronto FC for the fourth pick in allocation money. Austin Rivers won his first NBA game against his father last night as the New Orleans Hornets beat coach Doc Rivers and the Boston Celtics 90-78. In the weather today, partly sunny, a chance of snow showers this morning. Snow may be heavy at times. Highs around 30. Temperatures falling to around 18 this afternoon. Low 20s in southern Carroll County. West winds 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts up to 30. Partly cloudy tonight, much colder with lows 8 below to 14 below zero. And mostly sunny on Friday, colder with highs 9 to 15 above. From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie.